Guys, welcome to the Funny Scream Podcast, where we just scream into the mic for about 30 minutes, and then we say, thank you for listening.
See you next week.
Yeah, see you next week for your daily, weekly dose of Scream.
Fuck!
On today's episode of the Funky Anime Podcast, the boys are transported to another world where they're forced to watch anime one after another until the end of time. Wait.
It doesn't sound too bad.
Hold on. I'm getting a call from one of our producers.
Ah, I see.
Wait. What do you mean that's the world we already live with? But... to hell with it. The show must go on. Welcome, everyone, to the 73rd episode of the Funky Anime Podcast. Yay, 73 hype.
73.
I'm the lovable buffoon that will be at the helm for this episode.
Yikes.
Here with me are my fellow slaves to anime. We have Pino of Sloth.
Hi there.
And
I can't finish any anime.
and the Chuck of Pride.
Hi, guys. I stand on a lot of hills to die on.
What a Leo. Anyway.
That's me, baby.
Today,
Leo gang. Woo!
Today, we watched ReZero, and this episode was brought to you thanks to our Patreon.
Woo!
They're the one, they voted, y'all voted, and we used democracy and picked ReZero, and had a great time.
Whoa.
Yeah, we did a what is it called?
We did a recount. I'm sorry.
Well, we didn't have to do a recount. It was the fucking... What's it called? I don't know. It's like the down ballot vote.
We did a poll.
We
did a poll.
We ranked it.
We did a
We
poll.
ranked them.
We abolished the Faptoral College.
Guys, there's no
we
Faptoral
bowled for
College.
soup.
Each shut the fuck up. But yeah, since no one else is going to say this, and I always do it every episode, I really want to thank Cream Puff. I want to thank Cosmos. I want to thank Jasmine, and I want to thank Sid for being our super big Cash Money winners. Thanks, guys. And there's one more.
Oh, yeah. We want to give special thanks to Lindsay.
Woo!
Not doing as much big money, but still big money regardless.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate it.
We love it. Love to hear
Y'all do be making this podcast work.
Yippee.
But yeah, we're doing it.
Pino, I want you cheering me on at all moments of my life.
Yippee!
So, guys, how was your day?
Sorry. I bumped into the wall.
Oh, my God. Be careful. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just lost like half a quarter of my little health bar.
We'll give you a
It
band-aid.
happens.
Half of the quarter of your health bar.
Yeah,
so
half
an
the
eighth?
quarter. Yeah, so it's not fully blue, it's green now.
So, other than the injury, how are you, Pino?
Pretty good. I woke up pretty early today, had a cup of coffee, then I went to sleep again, then I woke up. And then I had to do it all over again. I had a sip of coffee, and then this time I actually had waffles, and I went to sleep again. And I woke up, and I realized I was probably dying.
Dude, you have the same superhero power as the MC of this show. I don't know.
The car.
I don't know why I called it that, but either way, how are you, Chut?
I'm doing pretty good. I slept until like 11, and then I made eggs and bacon and biscuits.
I was going to say slothy, but you made bacon, and that takes effort.
It does take a little bit of effort. It just takes a while, which is the shame. Because you're like, man, I kind of want like bacon now. But then it's like, you gotta wait like at least 10 minutes to really get decent bacon. 15 if you really want it good and
then
like kind of crispy, but not too crispy.
Then you have to smell it the whole time when you're already hungry.
Then you just accidentally put your hand in the in the grease, and you're like, I can't do that.
No, but it's
I'd be the bacon.
One thing that is actually really good though is whenever I make bacon, then you just make eggs in the bacon grease.
Yeah, dude.
And the eggs taste god tier.
That's the only way to do it.
It truly is.
You could put sausage in there too, and it gets nice and salty and tasty.
Sausage.
Anyway, this isn't the food podcast.
The Funky Breakfast Club.
Be though.
The Funky Breakfast Club. I like that. Well, more on that later. So,
Oh no.
all right. Well, let's get on to ReZero now. So, this started out as a light novel in 2012 and received an anime adaptation by Studio White Fox.
Whoa, I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, in 2016.
They've done a bunch of things actually. They
Steins
did
Gate.
Steins Gate, Akagame.
Yep.
Got killed. They did Devil's a Part-Timer.
Goblin Slayer.
Oh,
Goblin
never
Slayer.
mind. I guess I did hear of them.
Yeah, they've done. They're not like a huge big name place, but they've done a lot of like really quality anime.
Yeah,
over
those
the
of them
last several years.
I hear most of them are pretty generally well received, which is pretty nice. Like I myself, I think I watched Devil's a Part-Timer, and I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
More on that next season, maybe. Who knows?
So, I don't. None of us had seen this before, right?
No,
No.
never.
Well, I watched the first episode back when it was releasing, and then I was like, I don't need this right now, so I just didn't watch it. This was back in 2016.
I was just put off with the whole maid kind of aesthetic, and the fact that it is an isekai. I was just like, I'm not really digging that kind of genre right now, so I kind of just pushed it off to the side.
You know what upsets me? Every person of the fan of the show only talks about the mates, and that's literally it. And I'm like, there's so much more to this world,
and that's what kind of put me off because that's what they were mostly just talking about, and I just saw them posted everywhere. I'm just like, oh, it's another one of those waifu shows, which is true, but we'll find out that it's
I'm just upset that all the more intricate part of these shows aren't talked about as much in the community. And instead, it's like, Ram!
We're here to fill that void, damn it.
That's true. We guys, this is the first ever analytical review on ReZero. I promise that this is going to be 100% correct, and nothing we will say will be wrong or opinionated. Will only be fact. That's what this podcast is known for.
The funky,
factual
unbiased.
anime.
Yeah, the factual anime podcast.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
No more, no less.
So, what do y'all think about that presentation? How'd it look?
Really fucking good.
Yeah, surprisingly very clean. I wasn't expecting a lot from it going in, so having a lot of these just bright and vibrant colors just attacking my eyes was very nice.
Oh, yes.
Except for some of the 3D. Some of the 3D is kind of stanky.
Oh, yeah, that's a little...
like the ground dragons and the wagons.
And some of the random background people.
Oh, that you see that a lot in the first half of the first season. On the second half, you don't see that as often.
Yeah. Well, I've got to give it a pass for the 3D because especially in that first episode where there's a lot of 3D, it's because they have so many background characters and getting them to animate all that'd be way too fucking much. So I'll give it a pass.
The thing that I have an issue with is if you're gonna have 3D background characters, make them far away, more far away than the middle ground.
Yeah, make them not as noticeable because a lot of these 3D models kind of they moved pretty chonky, and it kind of just pulled my eyes away.
It's definitely PS2-ass graphics for some of these, but it's not atrocious. I've seen worse, but I feel like it does bring me out a little bit, especially seeing, for example, a scene with Patrice, the ground dragon, and then it's oh yeah, here's a 3D, and now let's go back to 2D, and now let's go back to 3D. And I'm like, come on.
There's some chases in this show that also where I would like it, but just like the song, it wasn't good enough, and it just felt just out of it,
Wow.
I got to take a stab anytime I get.
Hey, I respect it. I respect the hustle.
As long as I'm not chasing the hustle, am I right?
We haven't even watched part 4 yet.
I have.
I mean, we all have.
Many times. I've watched it several times, and I still am like,
Can't believe you.
Whenever I watch Chase, I just wait for Great Days to come in.
No. If we're talking about Chase from Love Live, that's completely different.
Oh, Chase from Love Live, banger, dude.
Let's go. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked.
As expected. So, let's see. Now, I'm going to be the one to bring it up this time. The backgrounds.
Background's really fucking
Excellent
good.
background.
A lot of very good lighting choices. Is that something that you don't see very often in anime? But they really did hit it out of the park with like the atmosphere, especially. There's a lot of darkness and some shots, a lot of like warm tones and I feel like they really made it work and made it like a focal point to really focus on that type of stuff. So I really enjoy that part of this show because, you know, it's set in different times of the day. Sometimes it's spooky.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not.
They did a real good job. It was a good looking show. It was a pretty good show too.
Yeah.
So
good.
voice acting. I think we've got a pretty good mix of. I'm going to guess and say that you watched the dub. The English
I watched
dub.
it fully dubbed, yeah. I meant to watch that first episode in Spanish, but life got ahead of me, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time to rewatch One Piece again.
Sometimes
it
gotta.
really do be like that, yeah.
I watched the first episode Spanish dub and then watched it again English dub, and I don't remember what I watched. I watched one of the director's cut versions. I watched just the first episode of the director's cut version. I don't remember what version though. And then I kind of just flipped between dub and sub for the rest.
Oh yeah, we did watch the normal TV release, not the director's cut. I think the difference between the two, it's just that they usually condense 2 episodes into one, but just do an hour-long runtime. So like like how the first episode is basically, because the first episode is split into like 1A, 1B. So just slap that bad boy together, make it a long episode. So, and then they just added some gore and whatnot, shit that they couldn't show on TV. But yeah, I watched fully subbed though, and I feel like it's a super good dub, or not dub, sub. I didn't even watch the dub. But the sub's super good. A lot of recognizable voice actors here and there.
Oh, I'm sure.
I appreciate it. Well, Dio's in it, so like I gotta.
Right. That was one of the, whenever I switched between and hop back onto the sub, one of the first things I noticed was like, oh, hey, Dio. There he is again. He's sneaking up all over the place.
On the dub side, there was an old man. I don't remember his name, but an old man at the beginning of the show.
Rom?
An old man, not maid. The guy who would hang out with Felt.
ROM.
Rom, my dedicated
Romulus and Remus.
No, he was the voice of Jet Black in Cowboy Bebop, and I was like, hey, that's nice hearing that whole like kind of real rugged kind of like voice in there.
Manly man voice.
I know, I was digging it, but you have a lot of familiar voices here too, which is really nice. Like I like a lot of these voice acting and a lot of these they really did a good job with their characters, I think, and
absolutely
made me care.
Yeah, no,
it was
like
Funimation too. Just so,
yeah,
like, a lot of familiar.
well, some like little fun fact is that Amelia's voice actor Ri Takahashi, she is also the voice for Megumin in Konosuba. So I was like, oh yeah, I know that voice.
Wonder how that would work with Isekai Quartet. You just think she's just playing 2 roles?
She just gets double the pay.
Nice, good for her, dude. Respect the hustle.
She gets twice the lines. And then also
Jamie, what the fuck are you doing?
Beatrice's voice in Japanese is Kuroko Shirai from Magical Railgun and everything. Sissy. So yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I know that one too.
Yeah, I recognized Beatrice in both sub and dub. I was like, hey, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, and then who else was it? It was also, I don't know who it was. It was someone. I think it was. Oh, it's Reinhardt, who's the voice of Nozaki in Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun.
Oh,
and I'm
that's
like,
pretty lit.
And I'm like, I know that. I fucking know that voice anywhere. And I was like, oh yeah, that's who it was. And I was like, nice, dude. So there's a lot of actually really good. I think. Well, I'm checking just to make sure that I'm not a fool. Where's Makoto? Give me 1 second. Where's my MON? Oh, maybe it wasn't. Who was I thinking about?
Oh no!
No!
Oh no!
Were you talking about one of the knights?
It might have been Julius as well. Well, let's check out just Monthly Girls Nozaki-Kid. Let's see who's Nozaki's voice actor.
God, we just lost the F in the FAP podcast. Now we're just the anime podcast.
No!
Guys, we've lost it. No, it's right. I just must have
let's
fucking
get that.
missed the scroll. I knew it, baby. And he was also Kuro in Haikyuu, but that's very good. I love Haikyuu. Anyway,
OST?
but yeah, dubcast really good. OST really good as well.
Oh yeah, I don't think there was anything that really. Well, there's a couple songs that definitely stuck out, but yeah, there's. I feel like there wasn't a whole lot of background music.
I think
they
maybe
didn't need it.
I think the music may have been like not saying that it was bad or anything, but it might have been like the weakest part, at least for me. Nothing that I can remember other than the ringtone. But the sounds they used, like within like the show, like a lot of the gory sounds or a lot of the magical sounds, I thought those were pretty good.
Yeah.
The sound design in this show is really good. One thing that I do remember is the call. It's called "Call of the Witch," and it's like the one where
the
it's like kind of
spooky one.
spooky.
Oh yeah,
the spooky sounds. So that's pretty good. There's some good songs. Nothing too crazy though. Nothing that jumps out at me. But like, it serves its purpose. Never brings me out. Only enhances the experience.
Yeah.
And especially when there's a soundtrack where the soundtrack doesn't overpower the show is also a good thing, and it still sets the mood well enough. So I don't think there's any issues for me on this.
Agreed.
agreed.
Good all around on the presentation.
Good job.
So next up, we've got those openings.
We got a lot.
Yeah, there's quite a handful here. So
Jesus.
Yeah, since this is my whole shtick and I do it all the time. So basically what happens at this show is that it's like, fuck you, we're going to go over the runtime anyway. So they sometimes don't have the OP, sometimes don't have the ED, and they're just like, you know what, we're going to kind of like play music like during like the credit, because they like obviously show credits still, but it's still during like scenes of the show. So I feel like it works. I feel like it does. It's interesting. So now you can talk about specifics.
yeah,
Sorry.
And I like that. You know, it keeps you on your toes, and sometimes the episode will just be over, and you're like, "What the? Huh?"
Yeah.
And I like that. That's a good feeling. And
It changes it up. It lets you actually listen to the songs when you're like kind of watching, because like, hey, there's plot, but I want to watch the next. No, you gotta wait. But here, have this song.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very cool. And so first up on the openings, we have "Redo" by Konomi
Kind of on the
Suzuki.
nose.
Another car name.
I mean, our first car name of the night, dude. Guys, remember Suzuki's? Remember when they were popular?
Yeah, dude. It's great.
God, I don't want to hear about cars now. It's the weekend.
I like this opening. I don't think it's anything like super special.
Yeah, it's not
It has some-
exceptional, but it's good.
Yeah, and it has some interesting visuals. They kind of use like PNGs or like pretty like static animations, but I feel like it still works well. Kind of gives the glitchy feeling, and
Yeah.
one aspect that I do really like is that I think in multiple, like I think all of these OPs, they really play up Subaru's power. So like they show him multiple times, like maybe in the same scene, they see one like saying like, "Don't worry, I got this time." And I feel like that is a really interesting stylistic choice. And like even at the end, they see him like running towards the light away from like the witch's like realm or whatever. So it's very cool. I do like this opening. It's not going to be on the top of any of my like opening playlists or whatever. Song's good. Visuals are pretty decent, but
Yeah, Yeah, I'd add it to my playlist, but you're right about not being at the top. It's kind of like generic in a way.
It's like a B or A tier. It's definitely not S tier though. You know, like a B plus.
Something that ended up working after a while, but something that really like I noticed is that a lot of the backgrounds are like gradients, which is kind of like cool. Like I like the
podcast.
I like how it pops out, but like you know what? It works. It's like I'm not mad, but I'm also just like you could have done something different, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. But it was all right. I liked it.
So next opening, it is Paradisus Paradoxum by Mythanoid.
Nice.
I like this one. This reminded me of Madoka for some reason. Give me big Madoka vibes.
It was. I was just like, oh man, it's the classic. Underwater, I'm suffocating opening.
We all flashed back to that one day.
Oh, dude, no. But I think I like this opening more.
Yeah,
I can agree.
The song is a bit more engaging. Visuals are a little bit more symbolic and engaged. It, highlights Amelia, highlights Rem specifically because that's a big aspect of what his life is suffering through right now. Oh, hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh no, my the OP stopped for a second, so I was like, oh no, did I lose the boys?
Oh no, that happened to me too. That's so weird.
Yeah, no,
it just stopped midway.
Yeah, no, so I went but I do really like the song. Yeah. It gives like kind of scenes of what will happen. Nothing like too spoilerish. I do really like the scene of Rem and Subaru riding on Patrice the land dragon because or the ground dragon, I guess is what they're called. But I like the song and the visuals are pretty good. It's overall really cool. And then what
is that effect they use? The singer has like what is it, like a reverb kind of thing? Is like because it auto tune.
Give me a timestamp.
Because like her voice, like any time at the beginning, like where she starts singing, there's like kind of like an echo in the back, kind of, or like it's kind of like. It vibrates a little.
Maybe a little bit of layering, or
maybe. I'm trying to timestamp it real quick.
There's a little bit of a chorus in there, like a chorus effect.
Like start at minute 30, or no, so 30 seconds in. 30 seconds in. That's like that kind of like.
Hold on.
Yeah, maybe a little bit auto tuning.
Messing around.
I dig it. Usually, you gotta be really either subtle or really over the top about it. I'm more of the subtle camp, and this was nice. I liked it.
Yeah,
like that's the way to use it.
I also do like how this opening does show all the different like princesses or like royal elects in their own little element, because we also get like Cruschev, who is great. I love her. And we get the Ara one. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, there's a couple of them where it's like I don't fucking.
No, yeah. So it's Cruschev.
Priscilla.
And then, it's Priscilla was her name.
That was orange hair, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought...
and then they also show Anastasia with Mimi eating the burger, and I love that scene. That's probably my favorite scene from this opening.
She just be munching.
Yeah, and then there's like a quick cut through scenes of a couple like big things like Betelgeuse and the whale.
Don't
and
say
the fight with
Betelgeuse in the window 3 times. Betelgeuse.
But it's cool. I do like the visuals of this a bit more dynamic, and it has a lot of more like fight scenes, because this is definitely the second half of the show has a lot more action and forward moving to it. So I do really like this opening a lot. Once again, it's probably like an A tier. Probably like A, maybe A-, depending on how I'm feeling that day. But like still a really good opening, nothing to scoff at. Just nothing that 100% is like, ooh.
Yeah.
Still good though.
I scoffed at nothing, sorry.
So the endings?
Oh. Yeah.
Nah, first we got Styx Helix by the same...
Styx.
Yeah, by the same folks who did the second opening, Mythanoid.
Yeah.
Please don't let me.
It's fine.
It's a good song.
The song's good. The song's really good. Visuals kind of, sliding PNGs.
Yeah.
With a little bit of animation. Since they don't use it too much, I'm not like, oh my god, they could have done more with it, especially because they basically just animate more scenes instead of showing this.
Yeah.
So it's fine with me. I'll give this one a pass.
I like
great
it.
Song.
Yeah,
I feel
songs-
safe, but I also feel upset when nothing goes right when they play the song.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Yeah, it's cool. And then they have like, or at least on what we use on animethemes.moe, they have like different EDs listed, just basically different songs that are played. But there's like only one other true ED, I guess, so we can talk about that next.
Cool. And that one is Stay Alive by Emilia.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Well, the
The actual artist is Rie Takahashi.
Yeah, Megumin as well. But I do like this this ending. It's a little bit more stylized. It has those kind of panels, I guess you would call them, of different scenes of Emilia going throughout her day at the castle. And it's very simple. And then it has it's very nice. Very, very simple, then relaxed, and then
It's
it has
pleasant.
a sliding PNG behind it. So
Yeah.
once again, can't really fault it for anything. It's fine. Does its job well enough.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of other endings, but, gotta just go listen to them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check them out. So, y'all ready?
Check it out.
Y'all ready for that big, fat, juicy plot? Oh, shit.
Plot.
Here, Jamie, please stop distracting me.
She just wants some plot.
She's ready for that big, nasty plot. Anyway, so, our show begins with Natsuki Subaru, your average, everyday Japanese 18-year-old who's been transported to
Almost
another
18-year-old. Calm down.
Almost 18-year-old. He's transported to another world full of humanoid animal people, no cash, and no cellular service.
No.
Before long, he's mugged, but thankfully a beautiful shining goddess interjects to save his sorry ass. And this mystery girl and her cat named Puck are looking for an item stolen from them. And they only save Natsuki to try and gather more information on its whereabouts. So she introduces herself. Jamie, what the fuck are you doing? Jamie, yeah? Hold on. I will let you out of here. Because otherwise you're going to wreak havoc on my life. Mm-hmm. Yeah?
We love Jamie.
Jimmy.
Love you.
Get out of here.
Love you, Jimmy.
Love you, Jamie. You're a pain in the ass sometimes.
You know what? How about I insert this knife into you so we can start again?
It begins with Natsuki Subaru. After introducing herself as Satella, which is not her real name, they let Natsuki hang out with them as a meat shield. And so they go and do some good deeds and start making long-term plans. But before long, they run into trouble, and eventually time seems to have rewound back to when Natsuki first got sent over into this isekai. So this time, Natsuki kicks the muggers' asses, and he finds Felt, the thief who stole the goddess's special item. So he befriends her, and he's allowed into the Cool People's Club, a bar a bar ran by a big old fella named Rom, not to be confused with Rom.
Or Ram.
Yeah, or Rem.
Or Ram.
There's R-O-M.
Well, they did say they had siblings.
So there's R-O-M Rom. Oh, that's... Deep lore.
It's me, Spike.
So, Subaru nearly bargains for the insignia that was stolen, thanks to his cell phone, that Rom is like, ooh, that's worth like 20 coins. And doesn't work, unfortunately. The person who ordered the thievery of the insignia had other plans and kills all of them.
Well, so that the reason why that happens is because he's like, I'm going to return it to the person who it was stolen from, and she's like, oh, I can't let you do that. And she goes, stab, gut,
What,
get out
being
of
a
here.
good person?
Well,
Unacceptable.
the whole reason why it was taken away was so that she can't be of, worthy to become the royal elect.
Yeah.
So that was the whole reason.
It's a very special item. And Subaru opened his big dumb mouth and they all died. So now time rewinds once again. And on take 3, he meets up with the muggers again. But
we should call it reverse by death.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that what it is called, right?
I don't know. I have it written down in my notes. Return by death, yeah.
Return by death, gotcha.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi.
Anyway.
Use the Schwartz.
So, this time against the muggers, it doesn't go so well. He gets stabbed in the back. And we start to really understand how the powers work at this point. Mm-hmm. So he's got infinite lives, but he always starts back from a set starting point, which we find out later does in fact update.
So I'm going to interject every once in a while when we're talking about the plot, because it was a roller coaster for me, because the first 2 episodes, which we just covered, basically, give me a second. Basically, I wasn't super vibing with, because Subaru was acting like an asshole and not really considering others that much. This is going to be a running theme through how I to gauge the enjoyment of my show. If Subaru is being likable and considerate, the show's really good. But if he's being kind of a dickbag and kind of thinking about himself only, even if he says it's for someone else, then I'm like, I don't like it. Yeah. So the first 2 episodes I kind of struggled with, but once we got to the final loop, I guess, the final respawn at that save point, whatever, that's when I started really vibing.
And I felt very similarly. The first couple episodes, I was like, oh, whatever, another isekai. But after that, I was like, hey, this is pretty good.
No, I'm the dark sheep in this group here. I actually enjoyed the Subaru from.
Make you say something.
I actually enjoyed Subaru as soon as he popped up on the screen, because and I was telling this to the Patreon, and if you ever just want to hear us ramble about shows we watch, go ahead and sub to that. You don't see a lot of unlikable or like very like blatantly just like selfish characters as your MCs a lot, which is really nice and refreshing, at least in my point of view. So like having somebody who's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna take care of my own hide first, like what the like I'm down with that. Like it was just something that I didn't think I'd see like in this show, and like having it there was just kind of added to my enjoyment, mostly because again he's acting like any kind of like random person would, who isn't like, you know, virtually good but also not like like virtually evil either. So I pretty much enjoyed all the instances of him being just like thinking about himself, because like put in that position where you're restarting, you don't even know why you're restarting, I'm just like, this is the next logical step, of course. Of course you're just going to look out for yourself. Right. So I liked seeing that kind of descent into madness, and we get to see a lot of that later on. So I'm the odd one out. I really enjoyed that character.
The dark sheep. The evil sheep.
Yeah.
So take 4.
I say ma.
Ma. Take 4. This time he screams for the guards when he's confronted by the muggers, and a scarlet-haired knight named Reinhardt shows up.
Man.
Oh, yeah. And he saves Natsuki's sorry ass again, and they become friends. So Natsuki journeys onward, eventually catching up with the purple devil named Elsa, who killed him in round 2. She freaks him out, and he fucks off, and he finds
she's
Felt.
like, I can smell fear.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay. And runs away. He catches up to Felt, but he catches her off guard, and she attacks him. She's like, what the fuck you doing? Mm-hmm. And they settle it out and go to appraise his cell phone. And he was in kind of a hurry, and you know, not really doing this the way he ideally could have. And this is something that you'll see him get better at as he really uses these powers and sees more fucked up shit.
It's true.
So they go, and Satella actually shows up, and Natsuki is still acting a little sus, and then Elsa shows up. So thankfully they got all those people there to help, and it's a tough fight, but they defeat Elsa, but not after a fake out. They gotta have a fake out.
And then Reinhardt sends her to hell, basically.
With his kick-ass weapon arts. That's fucking cool. So then we learn Satella's real name, which is Emilia. And Reinhardt takes Felt in for questioning.
And we're like, we're like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
And he's like, I got a yoink.
And then yoink he does. And
It's true.
So since Subaru got his ass kicked pretty hard, Emilia heals him and takes him back to a mansion to get some rest. So when Natsuki awakens, he finds trouble in a pigtail girl named Beatrice, who oversees the forbidden library of this mansion.
I love Beatrice.
I suppose.
She's a very cool, fun character. I really like her.
So he gets the mana shocked out of him.
And he dies.
And then he meets the maids of the mansion, Rem and Rom. Then we learn that the insignia that was stolen from Emilia is actually what qualifies her to be next in line to rule the kingdom. And that was explained by the mansion's Lord Roswall. And next... So...
Wait, which one's Ram and which one's Rom?
Oh
okay,
my
so
God.
so Rom is the old man. Ram is the girl with the red hair. Rem is the girl with the blue hair.
Well,
I thought she had pink hair.
No, it's
Ram-
like reddish, blue, pink, whatever. It's color.
Ram is... It's spelled Ram, but said Rom. But there's also another character
Ramu.
named
Well, it's
Rom,
Ram.
but it's R-O-M. Ramu. It's confusing.
It says hair color pink, so I guess that's true because her eye color is red.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
I like
there's
when
the-
she says Barasu.
There's the pink older sister
Makes
she
me
does say
happy.
bars too. I go ha ha.
and the blue younger sister.
You don't like him. Barasu.
So, since Subaru did such a good job retrieving the insignia, he's granted a reward, and his choice is to work in the mansion.
You gotta
What a
get that
fool.
cash money somehow.
Unfortunately, he's not good at anything except getting killed, which is exactly what happens because he awakens again, noticing that everything's restarted, but he's not exactly sure how. So,
Yeah.
a few things have stuck, and he starts to make some progress. He's learning the language, but
The
he gets
language
told,
of the gods.
yeah, Rom was like, I could tell by watching you that you're completely
No, say
illiterate.
Ram. Just say Rom.
No,
Like,
I am saying Rom. That's how I
Ram.
say it.
I'm saying
I'm gonna
Ram.
say
I say
Ram.
Ram. I say Ram.
Well, that's wrong.
But I
Ranch.
want to cover on these like time loops in the mansion. I really enjoyed because it adds the mystery of why is he dying.
Yeah, they did
Second-
a real good job with the mystery aspect in this. This
in
like
this section.
loop.
Yeah. And also the he develops his skills over each time. So like the next loop, he's like better at doing what he's doing. And then there's other things like he's like, oh, I'll go get a new vase, and Ram's like, how do you know the new vase? Where did the vase go? And I'm just like, ooh, kind of spooky.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
And that ties in the future because we realize the second loop, the second time that he dies in the mansion was to a chain thing, and we're like, oh no, what's this chain thing? Is this gonna attack the house?
Yeah, but
So then the third time he leaves, and he's like, oh,
yep. So
gotta go.
this time, while he is learning the language and such, he actually learns about the witch named Satella, which is where Emilia stole that name from. And Emilia resembles the witch Satella. They're both half elves. They have silver hair.
They're
So
both
on.
very cute.
And that'll be important later. And they're both very, very cute. And people seem to really like them, and some people even excessively so. Anyway.
Hey, don't look at me.
So this time he works hard as an employee. He gets offered a haircut, and he even gets to go on a date until he's killed again.
Wow.
Yeah.
So once again,
once again,
starting from the mansion, this time he decides to be a house guest instead of an employee of the mansion. And he does pretty well this round until he's ball and chained to death, and we see that it was Rem that is holding the ball and chain. And it's like, damn, that's fucked up. So
It happens. Well, not really, but it happens.
yeah, so they restart again, and he tries to explain this whole return by death to Amelia, but shadowy figures bring him enough pain to prevent that from happening. He
grabs the heart.
Yeah, he cannot tell anyone about his power, which is quite difficult because they're all suspecting him of being a weirdo, which is true, but he's not an evil weirdo.
He's not that weird.
Yeah, he's a good-hearted weirdo. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, this time he survives longer than any of the prior attempts, thanks to being locked in the Forbidden Library for a night. So,
Forbidden Library.
while Subaru survives, Rem does not. And Rom is displeased by this, but Natsuki manages to wiggle his way out of that situation by having Beatrice contracted as a bodyguard, and manages to wiggle his way right off a cliff, and we go into the next round.
That's where he's I'm gonna...
he's got to be like, I'll save you, and then he jumps. Which I really liked that scene. That was probably my highlight from this first, half set of episodes. That whole scene of he's of talking on the cliff, and he's like, I've really grown to love you guys, and then he's like, I will save you all, and then he yeets himself off.
He's an Avenger.
Yeah. It was good though. That's probably my favorite scene, and it gets brought back in the future, but we'll talk about that in the future.
Fair. So, this round...
If there is one. Reverse.
So, this round, he gets far enough to learn some magic, discovering that his element is shadow. So in this world, every individual has a particular element, like fire, water, air, so on and so forth. So he definitely needs to practice more because he wears himself out after just one blast. And he doesn't have... It's based... You have a gate that you channel it through, and he destroys it. He doesn't destroy his gate, but he wears it out, and he has to take a little break. So...
Little potty break.
Yeah, just a little nappy nap. And then he eats a fruit and he's fine. So they make it to the market.
Whoa. You said he's eating a fruit?
Fruit? Yeah, dude.
What?
Fucking fruit.
What?
Yeah.
It could have been a sensu bean. I'm not going to lie.
And in the... he learned from Beatrice that the only way that this spell, this hex curse on him, is only through physical touch. And so when he goes... Sorry, I'm stealing this. This is just a really interesting part of how this works.
Well, he hasn't got the curse yet.
Yeah, he had.
Well, I thought he goes into the town. He goes into the town and then gets bitten by the dog.
Well, the first time that he died was because of the curse, but he didn't know why he died.
Okay.
And so in this next loop, he touches basically every single person. And because they do radio calisthenics, of course, yeah, the old lady taps his butt.
With no consent.
With no consent. So he's now on the hunt. Usually this is how all the stories, all the arcs work. He dies a couple times, figures out what he needs to do, and then he puts that plan into action. And I really love the payoff of this one especially, because you're like, why did Rem get cursed if not why did she get cursed and not Subaru?
Yeah, because he was always under the impression he was the target.
Yeah. And so then at that point, they're like, shit, that's
Cat.
Touched everyone. And then they do everyone. They pet the dog. They see all the little kids. And then they make it back, and he's like, Beatrice, do I got a curse on me? She's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you smell kind of bad, my friend.
You stanky boy. Now you could continue. Sorry, it's just a really interesting way that they construct stories in this anime. So I just gotta appreciate it when I can.
So now, thanks to Beatrice being able to detect the curse, they discover which mark was responsible, and it turns out it was the little puppy.
Yeah, which, might I say, I called that the first time that it happened. But also, a super cool way of bringing that back around, because they're in the first loop, when Subaru was asked, during the scene when he asked Amelia on a date and she said yes. she was asking about the different bandages on his hand because he sucked at doing everything. He cut himself with a knife, doing all that stuff, poked him when he was sewing. But then she's like, oh, what's that one? He's like, oh, a dog bit me at the village. Like, very cute dog, like very cute kids. And then they bring that back later. And I'm like, that's so cool. That's so cool of them. So I was really happy on how that worked.
Absolutely. So now the Subaru and Rem go and try to figure out the whole situation, and they're ambushed by a lot more dogs who also inflict curse on every bite. And we
what is it, Dark Souls?
Yeah, right. And so, speaking of, we see Rem go full berserk mode, because it turns out she is a demon.
An Oni demon.
And so Subaru gets banged up, but a little horny. He gets only one of them. Only one of them. So Subaru gets pretty banged up, but he survives, and so
that's what makes a Subaru, my friend.
It's true.
They're durable as hell, dude. So demonkind are not particularly fond of twins, and in fact, they're usually killed at birth because of an oddity where one of the twins will have a horn, or like each of the siblings in the pair of twins will have a horn, but normally if you just have one demon, it'll have two horns.
Well, normally the Oni do have two horns, and then
it's a space oddity.
It's bad luck. Yeah.
So we relive some of their trauma. We learn that Rem is enough demon for the both of them, and they beat the big bad wolf. So the little puppy turned into a big dog.
Yeah, they throw Ram. It was a very good time, and during this, we get the flashback, which you just talked about, but as well as that, whenever Rem goes into her Oni, like demon state, whatever you want to call it, she kind of loses herself. And
Onis make you lose control. Onis make you lose control.
Let's go. No, but it is it's a really cool aspect, and then he kicks her and then brings her back to reality, and then they fight the big bad, and it was all good. It's a really interesting concept. Again, just very good.
Very good. So, next up, they're going to the capital for the royal selection. Now, Subaru tags along, much to the dismay of Emilia, but he comes along anyway. So, we meet some others who hold the insignia, including a nearly domesticated felt. There's a bitchy princess named Priscilla. There's a purple-haired one. There's another one.
On me.
And
wait, did I say that out loud?
And there's a green-haired one named Crush.
Yeah, no, the four ones are Priscilla, the one that we talked about, Felt, Anastasia, who is the purple hair one, and then Krush, who is the green hair, and then Amelia, white hair, elf.
So Amelia preaches equality and her chance to, because they all get to talk about like why they should be the ruler and so on. So she's like, man, we gotta be equal. And everyone's like, you look like a witch.
You look like a witch. And then Subaru's like, how dare you?
Subaru's like, you guys are a bunch of pretentious little privileged motherfuckers.
Which is true, but, know your place.
Know your place, you vehicle.
It's true, though, because, like, the way that... The way... Because Amelia specifically asked him, the reason why he went to the capital was to get the mana portal in his tummy to feel better, because he fucked it up during the fights. And so when he's there, we also meet Felix, Catboy Extraordinaire, and Wilhelm, who is Old Man Will, and good old Dilf, or no, a Gilf technically. But regardless, we meet them, and that's the reason why he's in the town to begin with. And then he's like, fuck you, I'm gonna sneak away anyway. And we're like, God damn it, you stupid idiot. And this is the point where I started not liking the story again, because it was frustrating to me to see that Subaru would literally go against all the well wishes and like the choices that Amelia telling him to do. I'm like, come on.
It's pretty cringe, not gonna lie.
And he is gonna lose subscriber, it's true.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a dark wind coming in. It's Pino.
What's up, Pino?
I still like this part, regardless.
Yeah, I don't.
Because again, it doubles again with the whole like the beginning arc, where he's slowly descending into madness again, because he's just like, oh no, like things are gonna get worse. Like I can only do this. Like it's my responsibility. I'm just like, I get that, but I do like the fact that after a while he. You know, albeit against his will, finds out that like, hey, I'm not in this alone. So maybe I shouldn't really just make it so that like I have to do all this. Like I can be smart about this and actually kind of like rely on others. You know, in these trying times.
Yeah,
It's just frustrating.
it is, but
That's what I like it. It's so raw. It's so. It feels like just like the natural response of just any old random person, which I very much appreciate.
I'm with you, Pino. I like this segment too.
Now, was it a little long? Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, it happens. I mean, and the thing is that they move on to something else eventually. You know, like all of this does flow together, and even by the end of the show, they haven't picked a new ruler, and I'm guessing that's what season 2 is really about. But we're not going to talk about that. We're not talking about season 1.
I could talk about that, but I promise, because I did watch season 2, so you know how I feel about this, how my final feelings about the show will be. But we are waiting for season 2 to be completed, which is at the beginning of next year.
Oh, it's currently airing?
No.
Oh.
The first half of the second season aired in July. Oh. And so I watched it. And the second half is coming out in January 2021.
Gotcha.
Probably in the summer 2021 is when we will be covering second season.
Nice.
Don't keep me on it, but I will be picking it because I do want to talk about it.
Very good.
So just so you know, and if you want to talk to me about it, join our Patreon so you can message me about ReZero, because I want to talk to more people about ReZero. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
So, Julius, he's a purple hair fucker, ain't he? He's a knight. He challenges Natsuki. He's like, you are a son of a bitch, but I'm not going to kill you because you're with someone who's in line to rule this country, but I'm still going to kick your ass with a wooden
I like
sword.
your cut, G.
Yeah, and then I like your gut, G. But they did kick him out, so then he sat outside. There's a whole bit where old man Rom tries to take out Felt, and then Felt's like, nah, fuck it, I'll party.
I like how he just came out from the floor.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing. He's like, ooh, hello.
Sneaky.
But after that, they do a fight with Julius. And
yeah.
like,
And he kicks his ass, and then so let's see. What there's something else. Okay, yeah. At one point, Emilia is like, fuck this, I'm done. I'm going back to the mansion. I'm not gonna be in line. You've ruined my chances. And she breaks up with Natsuki. She's like, you're a shithead. I'm sick of you. You say everything's for me, but it's not. And he gets broken up with, heartbroken. He starts to take up the sword, to take out some of his anger. And then he actually gets to have a drink with Crush and the cat boy. But the friendliness doesn't last long. And it turns out Emilia is in trouble. So Subaru and Rem make their way back to the mansion. Now, unfortunately, they have to take the long way because there's the fog of the white whale. More on that later. So Rem ditches Natsuki at the hotel. And he's like, stay here till I tell him back. But he doesn't listen, of course. He catches up and learns that Rem died and many others died. And then Subaru dies.
Yeah.
So,
In Subaru fashion,
right?
Which was, I feel like even though I've kind of got desensitized to watching all these characters die, like that was one of the more effective ways to do it.
Yeah.
Seeing the carnage and just like really wallowing in it. Mm-hmm. So
It was at this point where I made the connection that like this is playing out like one of those like virtual novels where you have like multiple endings or multiple chances to lose a game, but like one clear route. And I was like, you know what? This is a pretty interesting and effective way to kind of like, I guess, make it into an anime or into like some sort of series.
Yeah.
It's probably, and you said it was just a light novel, which is kind of cool. But you know, I just got the whole vibe that like, oh yeah, this is just like a virtual novel.
I never thought of it that way, but yeah, I can see where you're drawing parallels there.
Yeah.
Especially if you play Fate, because Fate you can lose instantly, and I'm just like, what the hell?
Or literally just any RPG that you have to play through the correct way and not fuck up.
You said undersmell?
Could be. But yeah, I would feel like it's more like Undertale than any other game I'm really thinking about, because there's different ways that Subaru could approach these events and he makes those choices and those affected the future.
the same events happen regardless. Like major events happen regardless, like which we learn later. I'm jumping over, like White Whale appears at this certain time of day. Yeah. These people will attack on like the 5th day of being there, which is nice.
It's more like the butterfly effect, you know? Yeah. It's more of the, oh yeah, this is going to happen. But like for the smaller things, like Subaru can say something different and totally affect more events in that, you know, more relevant, like in the recent future. So it's an interesting way, and I'm really glad that they didn't just sit on, oh, let's just use the same animations over and over again, because I appreciate that. It's just good.
It's a big brain anime.
Yeah, dude.
It's pretty good.
So they go back to the supermarket now that he's revived again.
Supermarket.
And Natsuki is clearly distraught because of all the crazy shit he just saw. And
are you gonna buy some apples?
Yeah, and she's like, "Come on,
sweetie.
apples. Let's go back to the castle." So they go back to the capital, and it goes much better this time until they run into the witch's cult, who kidnaps Natsuki. So here we meet the Sin Archbishop Betelgeuse. A complete
makes me
nut
tremble.
job. Yeah, made my brain tremble.
I'm trembling.
And then he fucking brutalizes Rem.
Oh yeah, that was
super rough.
Ugh. So she actually hangs in there. Like they fake us out, make us think she's dead. She hangs in there just barely. Jamie, can you please really not rough. Make me lose
and
my
then
spot?
He carries her back, and then he sees everything dead, and we see a big chunky figure, and we're like, what the fuck's that? And then it says,
you killed my daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter, you failed me and her.
Slice.
Yeah,
but the future refused to change.
The future, I can see it.
So, next round, Natsuki tries to get help from Crush earlier, and Jamie, can you fucking quit it with this shit? So, I thought, where you make me lose my spot?
It's okay. This is the part where this is the part where he's starting to ask help from Crush and everybody, but he's doing it all like incorrectly, and they're all just like, what an amateur.
And then a bunch of different things, like he gets basically played by every other elect except for Felt, because I don't think Felt really gives a shit anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He gets transportation this time by someone named Otto.
Otto,
not as cool as you would think with a name like Otto.
I do love Otto though. Otto's really well in season 2. Otto is still there, so
he's still there.
So yeah, he's vibing. I love Otto.
Now, unfortunately, this transportation leads right into the fog of the White Whale, which just fucking deletes Rem from the universe. And Otto's like, well, fuck this, and kicks Subaru out. Because the White Whale is actually like going after Subaru. So
because he's stinky. Legit.
Yeah.
Now somehow, and
then he dies.
Yeah, he makes it back to the mansion. Mm-hmm. Otto dies from the witch's cult, and Amelia dies, and Puck. You get to see Puck go from the little kitty to the big kitty, and he's like, "Oh, you guys fucked up big time." And
then freezes them all.
yeah, he kills the cultist, and then he's like, Natsuki, you done fucked up, kid. Smashes him. So he dies again, and this time he knocks the negotiations out of the park. Cruschev agrees to peace in exchange for information on the white whale.
And mining rights in the forest.
That too. So
magic stone.
Can't believe you all overlooked the love confession.
Okay, so what happened is
hold on.
Garb was telling the story and he forgot about the friend zone.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm not gonna hold on because
I'm holding on.
Okay.
I'm holding on for dear life. Whoa!
Whoa! So how's your day been?
Pretty good. How about you?
It was pretty decent. I got work to do after this, so
I see.
I'm gonna cry.
Sucks to suck. I mean, I'm sorry about that.
It does suck to suck, though. It's true.
I like this little gif. It makes me lose control.
Dude, music do make me lose control. You do be vibing real quick, though.
It's true. He goes.
Damn it.
Oh, dude, it's my favorite character. Switch. Oh, I didn't like this gif. That's not a switch.
It's a kick. Oh yeah, dude, that's Carnival Phantasm, baby.
I don't know why I have it saved. Actually, I do. Because it's cute. I have this saved.
Nah, he dancing, bro. That's where all the money went.
What is that gif? Oh, I don't like that at all.
Okay, I'm back.
At least he didn't chew. Hey, what's up?
Where were we?
Talk about the friend zone, baby.
What?
Where Rem confesses
Rem confesses.
her love.
Well, Subaru's like, oh no. Also, by the way, this is when I started liking the story again. When Subaru got his mojo back. When he was
Mojo, baby.
yeah, but since Garb doesn't care about this enough, but Pino and I do deeply care about this. What happens is Subaru wants to run away. He's like, fuck it, I've done everything that I can. I've tried my hardest. Run away with me, Rem. We'll have a house together. We'll have kids, blah, blah, blah. And Rem's like, I would love that. That would be literally the best thing. But
I've got it all written out right here.
Yeah. She gives a very detailed explanation. Then she says, can't do it.
Sorry, Chief.
Can't do it. And she's like, giving up just isn't your style. And then he cries a lot. And she cries a little bit. And he rejects her. Because he says he loves Amelia. Which is a bit rough.
He receives newfound confidence from
And then
Rem.
that's how he does all the negotiations and figures everything out. So
Ta-da! And it works out. And so everyone, they prepare the troops, get into position, and spot the whale. And
so they go fight the whale.
And this is the point where we learn actually about the whole fog of erasure. And so, thankfully, he can actually warn them this time. He's like, hey, y'all are just going to forget some of these people. And they're just...
Well, because it was foreshadowed before when Rem gets eaten by the fog the first time when they were with Otto.
Yeah.
And he's like, Otto, where's Rem? And Otto's like, who? And then he's like, I'll fucking kill you. And then... But yeah, so then...
No, you! Get out of my car!
And then they do be killing. And they're like, oh shit. There's more whales. We gotta fight the whale.
Yeah, the fact that there were three whales at the end, and then I was like, he just used that shadow clone jutsu. I was like, okay, I got you, son.
Wilhelm really fucking hit it out of the park in this section.
Yeah, he got eaten at one point, cute, but
he had a good backstory. He fucking stabs the whale because he's a master swordsman. He's doing great stuff.
And he's doing it for his wife, who was killed by the whale.
And I was very.
I think this was an interesting way to do backstory. It was like you got it at the intro of that episode, you got it in the middle of the episode, and you got it at the resolution of the episode, which was real nice. I was like, hey, this is unique. Like I don't see it done too often. So
yeah,
props
I really
to Wilhelm.
Yeah, Wilhelm super. I didn't expect him to be fleshed out. I didn't expect that level from him. but he did, and I'm very happy that he did get it because that's awesome. And before I forget, because during this segment, Subaru sets an alarm for the time that it's supposed to come, the whale's supposed to come, and it's the eeriest fucking scene ever.
I already forgot the ringtone.
Yeah, I know. So the ringtone is from the opening of an old 1970s anime called A Dog of Flanders. It is a very well-known. It's known as basically a classic in Japan. It was based off of a story in, I think, the 17 or 1800s. But the way that it plays, and it's like complete silence, and we're waiting for a giant-ass sky wheel to come in, it's super well done. And one of the fun things about A Dog of Flanders, the dog's name is Patrice, which is the same name as Patrice.
As
I think
the villain from Taken.
No, is the name of the Subaru's Earth Dragon that he rides and like picks during the segment of the story. So that's a really cool reference as well.
Aha! It all ties in.
It's all coming back to me.
So they kick some whale ass, and they're like, all right, well, this is cool. So Cruschev's like, you know what? We still cool.
I respect that.
Yeah, even though all this is over, we still cool. You did a good job. Right. And she's like, all right, we're going to take some people and get out of here. Captain was like, thanks, Subaru. Good job, team. And I think Crush said that she like gave Subaru some troops, but
some reinforcements.
Yeah,
so then
half of the remaining one.
Then this guy named Jules shows up, and
who's this guy?
I don't know. He's different, but he looks kind of familiar. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a totally different person, though.
Totally not Julius, because that would undermine his reputation.
Yeah, it was. But it was very interesting that because during this we actually get to meet a lot of different people from each like camp.
I'm
so
Ricardo.
Obviously we got Felix and Wilhelm from Cruschev, but then from Anastasia, she has all the animals basically. Because Julius is the knight, like the supporter. I don't know what the technical term is, but for Anastasia,
Spirit Knight.
Sure. And then Ricardo, who's a fucking Chad. I love that man. And then we also get Mimi and Hataro and Tyvee, and they're all very cute. And their power is to scream, and I love them.
The Tibble twins.
They go, ah! And I giggled every time. And she loves Borger. I love them all. They're very fun.
Oh yes, all the little side characters.
All the side characters are so good and well thought out.
So next up, they got to finish up the witch's cult. So they meander their way over, and Wilhelm takes out the archbishop pretty quickly. But it turns out that the archbishop can take on many bodies, which throws a big old fat wrench in their plans. So Felix is like, hey, Natsuki, you should go, like, make up with Jules real quick. And just in time, too, because Jules has to break an illusion that was affecting Natsuki and a couple others, and we learn about his whole spirit arts and cool stuff like that. So,
yeah.
Next, thanks to some well-placed forest barriers by Emilia, they take out the rest of the fingers and defeat the cult. And it's like, damn. But, so... Subaru,
we gotta snap your neck.
Subaru is then reunited with his dearest Emilia, and just before he can go up to her, he's like, uh-oh, I gotta get out of here. He runs off, and... I
gotta poop.
Yep, it turns out he was possessed by Beetlejuice. And so Subaru is still kind of in control. Yeah, there's still a little bit of him in there, and he's like, Jules, Phyllis, fucking kill me. Right now. Do it.
Snap my neck right now.
Yeah, and they're like, no.
Don't press the button.
They're like, no, I don't want to. And he's like, fucking do it. And they kill him. And so, once again, they fight Beetlejuice. And this time, Subaru and Jules team up, knock him out. Subaru lets him inside of him. Gross. And they use that to kill him for good. Yes. Or so they thought. And so a gross version of Beetlejuice continues to chase them, and they kill him.
Spider Goose.
Yeah.
Well, because this happens because they're trying because they realize fire bombs are still in the train, or like the cart that has
The children.
Amelia and the children.
The younglings.
No, not the younglings. But so then he books it, but then Otto's like, oh shit, we got to do shortcuts. But then Betelgeuse is like, my love,
My wife.
my wife, mother.
But they finish him off. Subaru is reunited with his love Emilia, and happily ever after. Yay!
Yeah, woo!
Big explosion. There's a big explosion. The tree's chopped in half. You know, everything works out, right?
We learned
If
that
the dead whale carcass didn't have enough, that sealed the deal.
so we
Throw
learned
it in the abdomen.
we learned that simping holds the power to save the world.
I don't know if that's exactly true, but you know
That's what
whatever.
happened in the
Some
story.
say The Simpsons is the best thing in the world.
Dough.
Ay caramba.
So
Hi, Chimami.
that's ReZero. It's pretty good.
Well, that's ReZero season 1.
That's ReZero. That's all of it. There's no
I thought
more.
I thought it ended perfectly. I'm glad there's nothing else, right? thought it was a good little one-shot season anime. It was great. No way there's a second season.
Season 2's better.
Oh no.
I believe it.
I believe it.
Because there's still a lot for them to build off of. So that's pretty cool.
And I feel like they do it a lot better in season 2. So just an FYI, just whatever, just so you guys know. We will talk about season 2, so don't get your panties in a wad. We got other anime to watch though, and we're gonna wait for season 2 to be completed before we
Patience,
go
my
back
children.
into it. Wait, system processing.
Beat me.
All right, let's talk about some characters.
Yes, please.
Oh yeah, I totally didn't forget that we go over characters.
So we back in the mine, checking out these characters.
Jump side.
First,
side.
we got Subaru Natsuki.
He's a car.
He is a car. He is a
You go vroom vroom.
vehicle for transportation.
That's what vehicles are.
Remember, if your car has a recall, bring it in.
You should though.
Just
Like,
do
that's
it.
Real.
No,
That's-
like seriously, I'm not
That's
joking. This is not
that's
a bit.
a real thing.
Yeah.
Don't
Be careful.
Don't wait.
It won't
Even if
get
it's not a
transported
safety
to another
related.
world. It'll be fine.
No. There's no reverse button. Only
There's
nothing,
no
nothing
reverse
like
button in real life, guys.
that. Yeah, except on your DVRs. If you guys still have those,
Yeah. VHS.
I have it on
VH1.
You definitely don't have a VHS player anymore.
I have a VHS player.
Well,
I do as well.
we're weirdos.
How else am I supposed to watch my
Home movies.
VHS copies of The Godfather?
How am I supposed to watch Phantom Menace, the only Star Wars movie I own, on
Yeah,
VHS?
how am I supposed to watch episodes 4 through 6 and then episode 4 again because I own 2 copies of episode 4 on VHS?
How am I supposed to watch Lawrence of Arabia, that 3-hour long movie?
I've
How
got
many
if I don't
VHS copies? How many VHS tapes does that have?
I think that's 2. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's in my box. I'll do it later.
Yeah, well, because I know The Godfather has 2.
Wow. That's a lot of tape.
yeah.
Anyway,
It is.
next we got
Anyway,
Amelia. She's a
No,
goddess.
Subaru's kind of a dick ass though.
I like Super.
Dick ass.
He gets much more likable second half when he's actually thinking, and
Sometimes you just can't think.
Question.
yeah, but that pisses me off. What?
How long is he going to keep that fucking stupid outfit?
He
forever?
That's stupid.
Do you think this is Sailor Moon where they make new outfits every episode? No,
Do you think he's
dude,
gonna
this
have a
was written-
transformation?
This was probably written by a man who doesn't know any better.
I will say I was a little disappointed everybody had the same clothes on most of the time.
Give me a second. I wanna see if
Except when Khrushchev wore
Oh,
not
yeah.
Khrushchev. What was her name? Crush?
Yeah, it was Crush, who had, whenever she offered him the drink,
Khruschev, tear down
I
this
will
wall.
find the big whale. But no, yeah, she had her armor, and I was like, that's cool.
yeah.
She's the only one who changed
Khrushchev's
clothes.
Yeah, but
Well, and you see Felis in like a burlap sack.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
That's it.
the light novel is a man. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't making
What is a man?
the man who wrote.
Miserable little author.
But yeah, Subaru's kind of stinky. But regardless, he does much better later.
Yeah. So next, Amelia. She's cool.
I mean, it was pretty.
She's a
good.
half elf.
Melee's pretty cool. I can't say that. That's Subaru's word.
Yeah. You can't say that.
Melee's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She's EMT.
EMT.
Or, well, Well, he said EMA as well, but he did a little EMT dance, and I giggled.
EMT.
You knew. You could smell the monkey rap on me.
So she's finally here. Performing for you. If you
rewind
think she's
time.
Bad. Damn it, now we don't know what to sing.
Now he's probably dead.
Oh, huh.
We brought it together, don't worry.
Subaru's dead.
So
he's quick and nimble. Okay.
yeah. So
dude, her birthday's September 23rd. Awesome.
nice.
September birthday. Let's go.
She's pretty. She's cool. She's good.
But she's a witch burner.
I'm a witch.
No, she just really looks like Satella, unfortunately.
Dude, the Satella view.
Satella Aviv. No,
Yeah, dude.
all right, and who's next?
I guess let's see. Felt. We'll do Felt next because
Felt's cool. I like
Okay,
Felt's design.
kind of a weird transition, but okay.
Felt's cool. She showed up next,
Yeah.
chronologically.
She
No, that's
got
not true.
totally shafted though.
She showed up first.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, she stole the thing, and
then
then
Subaru
Emmy came
did
in.
first.
Shut your. We already talked about him.
Yeah.
Oh, shut your
Yeah.
mouth.
And she got shafted, which is a shame because she's awesome.
She's cool. She was a thief, and then she's royalty, and I was like, well, you're my best girl, and then she didn't show up. I'm like, well, you're not my best girl.
Yeah, and she like told off all the royals. She's like,
She was just
you
like, you
all
say."
are a bunch of rich, pompous assholes.
She said, I'm going to seize the means of production. Everyone's equal.
Right?
And I said, I can go behind, I'm behind that. And then the FBI showed up at my house, and they're like, you said communism. I said, no, comrade. And
No,
then,
comrade.
well, here I am, recording from Langley.
That's true.
Guantanamo Bay.
Can we talk
You've
about
committed the ultimate war crime of anime.
guys? Guys, can we talk about Puck next? Because
Yeah.
I don't know why we went from Amelia to Crush.
Because I forgot about
We didn't talk about Crush.
We didn't talk about Crush, but regardless, Puck's good. Puck's the father.
Puck's
I like
great.
Puck. Every time he showed up, it was nice, but I feel like he just didn't get enough screen time.
Absolutely not, but that's okay.
Does he get more in
I
the
still
season
like
2?
Puck a lot. A little bit.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better. But
Yes.
he's great. He's soft. He's cute.
Yeah,
And he's very
pet.
playful.
He has many good gifts.
He's,
Yeah.
That's how you
Also,
judge a
every time I
character.
see Puck, I want to say the F word.
Freak.
fungus.
Fingal.
Let's
But
see.
yeah, Puck good. Let's talk about Rosewall.
Yeah.
He's
I didn't like Rosewall.
He's a clown man.
Kafka looking motherfucker.
Yeah, I didn't really like him. He
don't like
seemed
him.
real sus for
Well,
no
he
reason.
is. Yeah. I don't like him because he seems sus. He's a good character, but I don't like him personally.
Yeah. There's not a lot of clowns I like. The only clowns I like are in this room right now, and technically that's just me. Technically, it's just me because I'm in
You
this
are
room
the
alone.
clown. You are clown.
I am what I am.
Guys, Ram and Rem. How about them?
They're pretty good. They're very cute.
I love them.
They're
I think the Ram vehicles are pretty good. The 2018 Ram,
Yeah.
pretty good. Dodges are pretty good.
Yeah,
Built
Dodge Ram is what you're
tough.
thinking about.
Dude, Ram's awesome. I like Ram.
I like Ram. I really do like Ram.
It's Rom!
Well,
Well,
No.
we just say it because it's a podcast.
it's
Ram.
a dedicated Ram. She was
Wham.
very dedicated to her sister.
Dedicated wham.
She was dedicated to her sister, and then that was cool because siblings got to stick together. And
Yeah,
she calls Subaru Barasu, which makes me laugh.
Yeah, I definitely did pre-order figures of both Rem and Ram because I'm a sucker. But they're also in witches outfits, and I think it's very cute. So I said, "Fuck it, I'll spend $50 on 2 figures."
Nice. That's nice.
So I did. They're great.
Those
Rem
are
is
like,
great.
yeah, no, I saw the prices. I was just like, Jesus, maybe I should get one.
Yeah,
and I was like, no, maybe not.
I did a Pog Champ in real life, and then I said pre-order.
Dude, Rom champ. We gotta find an image with Rom just pogging out.
There's one where, in the beginning, where Subaru is breathing in when he's about to call for guards, and he's pogging a little bit.
He's pogging.
Ooh, Beatrice, she's great.
We just
I
jumped
suppose.
over. We didn't talk about Ram.
We did talk about Rem.
She's
No,
demon.
we didn't. Rem
Rem's
is
great.
blue
She
hair.
got a horn, and I went, ooh.
Blue hair is life.
There's a really good comment I made on the Patreon where it's like anime has character with a horn coming out of their head. You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. And I was like, oh, it's good.
Man,
Good.
why do I like all the friend-zoned characters in anime? This
Pino,
is
because you're the friend
unfortunate.
zone character in this podcast.
I can't believe it. Well, that's good. I don't like you guys anyways.
And then Beatrice. She's good,
Beatrice is pretty good, I suppose.
I suppose. She's very cute.
What do you think, Garb, you suppose?
I got annoyed by her saying I suppose, but other than that,
What?
I mean, she's a great character. I suppose.
Why
I
would you, I
suppose.
suppose, dude?
I did really, really like her portrayal just of her being like a little bit sassy. She's being like full of little
She's like,
spunk.
I'm not a little girl. You're a
Yeah,
little
she's
girl.
You're a little
400
girl.
years ago.
Oh!
But also you get more of her in season 2, and I really love her in season 2, so we'll talk about that in the future. But she's great. I do really love her as a character. Who would have thought one of my favorite characters would be a fucking lolly? Or a lolly. It's lolly, not lolly.
And that was funny when she called him out. She's like, you probably just made that word up, but either way, it
Yeah.
sounds creepy and you're a weirdo.
Yeah, because she's over 400 years old,
Oh, I'm sure.
but she is around 11 or 12. But regardless, she's great. I do love her. She's really fun, and I honestly might be reading the light manga.
Light
Or the
manga.
light novels. It's a light manga because there's no pictures.
But it's heavy on the words. I don't get it.
But yeah, so I think that's everyone in the Amelia camp.
Well, you forgot their brother Rom.
Yeah.
No,
Big ol'
Rom's-
Rom
No,
from the bar.
No, Rom's in the Felt camp.
Yeah, but they have the same names with
Fine.
different letters.
Rom's old but cool. He got big,
He's
big,
a badass,
big thing.
dude.
Yeah.
He got
He's-
big eyebrows. I love
Yeah.
big eyebrows.
He can appraise everything.
It's true.
I think his English voice actor was. I think I recognized him. Who
It was.
I
it's
said
Jet,
he was
right?
he's
Yeah.
Jet Black from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh. Well, I swear. I feel like he was something.
He's in other things.
He's in other things. I
He's
just
a
don't
voice
remember.
I
actor.
swear he was in like One Piece.
Did
or
you guys hear
something.
Muhammad Avdol in the in the dub?
No.
Ah, dude, he was one of the
well,
minor
I didn't
characters.
listen to the dub. Who was
He's
he?
one of the minor. He was a minor character. Hold up, I'll find his name. He's like a green-haired knight.
Cool.
But it was kind of cool. I was just like,
But let's
Hey.
Muhammad Avdol, and then
Let's
I
talk
said,
about-
yes, I am.
let's talk about Crush-sama. She's great. I think she's
Dude,
most fit to be leader of the kingdom. I love her.
Yeah, right.
dude, you said anime green-haired girls. That's not something you see a lot.
She's
so
great.
that's
She
great.
fucking could snap me in two, and I'd say thank you very much. Have a good day.
The first
Yeah,
time I
dude,
saw her,
Windsor, dude.
the first time I saw her in her armor, I was like, "Yo, it's Fire Emblem."
Yeah, it's Lynn Fire Emblem.
It's Lynn Fire Emblem.
Heroes.
Arguably one of the best. Anyway,
Yeah, she's great. Crush is really good. I love her a
What the
lot.
hell's that noise?
How about let's talk about Felix, our resident cat boy.
hot.
Truly a
The healer.
Truly a Chad.
Chad among Chads.
I love him. He's great. He's funny. He giggles, but he, especially in the second to last episode where they had to kill Subaru after he was taken over, and like he was like really sad and like downtrodden and like really hurting. Like that hurt me, like on an emotional level.
Like
I'm
no
like,
balls,
why would
no
you?
balls.
Yeah, I was like,
All the
why
balls.
would you? I was like, why would you do this to me, ReZero? I don't want Felix to ever be sad. And I got real sad.
It's okay. Everything worked out in the end.
Yeah,
It
he's
worked out
great.
in the end.
Also, people, if you like Felix, that just makes you gay.
That's
If you're a
fine.
man and you like Felix, you're gay. That's fine. It's whatever.
I hope this is an awakening for many people.
This better be an awakening for people. Like I didn't
Awake.
need the.
Awaken, my femboys.
It's this fucking Alphonse or whatever the hell his name is, and the character from Blend S. Those are the pillar men.
Stolfo. Is that what you?
That's what his name is.
How-
I don't
yeah,
know.
You're right because
Alfonso?
Astolfo.
It's all Staffo, whatever, Mufasa,
Dude,
whatever.
Can't believe it. Luckily, nobody brought up Hideyoshi because that's his own gender.
It's true. Hideyoshi is non-binary canon. Anyway, Wilhelm. Ooh, what a
You mean
fucking
a lot of zeros
dilf.
at once?
A dilf.
Well, I thought you said he's a gilf.
Well, he is a gilf as well.
Oh, dude, a grandpa you'd like to fight?
Yes,
Nice.
but like gilf, it can either be man or female, and I'm just like dilf is also just like much more fun to say.
It's
I like
something about the
dilf. Yeah, the hard D on Wilhelm's really good. But don't look at me like that. Wilhelm's great. He's a master swordsman. He has a really sad backstory, and he's like, I like looking at my flowers because my wife used to, and I'm like, oh, my heart. I was very sad during that time too.
That was great.
I did cry a little bit in this anime, but whatever, it's fine. I do it all the time, so it doesn't matter.
There's a lot of emotional moments in this show. Like in
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, can we talk about the one person that could step on me?
yes.
Priscilla.
Priscilla's.
Angry at everything. She doesn't know. She's an idiot. She doesn't know what an appa is. Ha, nerd.
I think Priscilla's my least favorite out of the 5 candidates.
It's unfortunate she has orange hair, so I'm
So you're legally obligated to like her.
It's on my contract.
I know that's the shitty thing. Whenever I see characters that are like made for me, I'm like, God damn it!
And then
Like,
all those cats, I'm like, ha, I want all of you.
no, see, there's a girl in the 2nd season called Frederica, and she's tall, strong, has blonde hair and pointy teeth, and I just said, well, you've made a character for me, and now I'm legally obligated to love her, and I do love her, and they don't have any good figures of her, but regardless, she's really good, and I like her a lot.
Give it time, my friend.
She got like the shark teeth, and I love her.
I like shark teeth.
Shark teeth are
Sound
great.
man.
She smiles, and I'm like, she's the best character. But that's for season 2. I'll talk about her a lot because I get to host that episode, even though I've kind of taken over this episode a little bit.
It's okay.
It's fine. I'm passionate.
Who else we got?
Passionate. We got Al, Priscilla's knight.
Who?
Who was the
guy in the head, the
Yeah, he
helmet,
said-
he's Dark Souls.
Yeah.
and he said, "Hey, bro." He's like, no problem, brother. Keep on keeping on. I'm like,
He's
that
like-
man is like the ultimate wingman.
He's like, I could stay with you longer, but then I'd be forced to kill you. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks for looking out for me, buddy.
Yeah, he was
yeah,
cool.
he's very fun. I like him a lot.
Dude,
Let's.
his Japanese voice actor, that was Lad Russo.
Oh, that's right. I did look it up. I was like, I know that voice from somewhere, and it was Lad. Yeah. I was like, hell yeah, dude. I love that. And then quickly, because we didn't get as much of her as anyone else, Anastasia, who
Purple hair, I like
purple
it.
hair. I do really love her as well. I love her outfit. We got Ricardo. What a wolf man. He's great. And then we got the
Oreo?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was great. He had great voice, too, in English and sub.
Yeah. Sub's great. And then we have the cat family with
yes.
Mimi, Hataro, and Tyvee. And Mimi is great. She eat burger, and she's like, I want more burger.
Me too.
And I'm like, I was like, me the fuck too, bro. But I was really, all the characters are really good. I really like there's none that really like fell flat for me, you know?
Yeah, I wasn't appalled by any of them, which is nice.
Yeah.
Except for that one guy. I was appalled by that one guy.
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's really good stuff. Also, apparently on the wiki, it reads that Mimi is one of the few people who have no intention of betraying or killing Subaru. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Mimi's great.
We just need one.
That's all we need, man. But she the best thing about like those characters is that they have the 3 face, like the face always.
Oh, yes. It's good.
The cat face. And I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to talk about anyone else.
Yeah, fuck them all.
I was looking, because I have just like a whole list of
wanna
characters.
talk
Yeah,
about
there's a
it.
couple, but like...
The
Oh,
the ReZero wiki is actually pretty good put together and well oriented. How about Rish, who is the Appa salesman? He's great. I love him a lot.
Oh, with the green hair. Yeah, he's cool.
Patrick Zeitz?
He becomes a friend.
He's a friend.
I liked that when they were friends.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, kid, what's happening?" And he's like, "I'm sorry.
You just have this apple for free, dude."
Yeah.
Who knows? You needed like 5 rotations for him to give you a free apple.
Hey, that's all you got to do. You just got to die a couple times until this man is like, "You know what? Fine. You can take the apple."
That was very sweet.
Okay.
That's
like,
it.
Yeah.
There's no more characters.
There's guys, we've exhausted the list of all of our characters. I'll never have to talk about a character ever again. Not even once.
We won't have to repeat ourselves or give different answers for them.
Why would we change them?
Definitely. I don't know.
Not definitely.
Maybe we just want to ad lib. Maybe we just want to. I don't know.
Dude, what about Mad Lib?
No. Well, let's do a Mad Lib right now.
Okay.
Well, it says welcome, but I don't know what to put into the next entire sentence here.
The next several sentences after well?
Yeah. Welcome. I don't know. Chuck, you want to take this one?
Yeah, let me just really stir over this for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Whenever you do a Mad Lib, you got to make sure to do it well.
And if you go poop on it, you're 12.
That's true. You are 12.
So we're definitely putting poop on there.
No. Welcome. Oh, I think I know what it is. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the 73rd edition of Who's the Best Girl, the part of the podcast where each contestant puts forward their choice for Best Girl of the episode and duke it out for title of Best Grill. Today, once again, our contestants, they're still the same, man. Pino, Garb, myself, and the Patreon. Who are you each advocating for?
The Patreon and I are picking Puck.
Pino is just picking Ram.
Chuck picks Wilhelm.
Excellent choices all around.
All right, who wants to start?
Well,
who, me? Okay,
well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to anymore.
Okay, guys, Wilhelm's great. You know why?
Why's that?
Because he has big daddy energy.
He does.
He does.
He's great. He's big and strong. He's 62. He's got blue eyes and white hair. He dresses as like a little butler, kinda. He's a very fancy lad. I love him a lot. He's muscular. He has this. He's very soft because he had a long history, and he's a little bit sad, but he's come to peace with it now, and now he can look for other lovers like myself. He's also a master swordsman, which is kind of wacky, and he has the title of Sword Demon, which is also
that's dope
insane.
As hell.
Yeah. You know what's funny? There's actually a fun fact about him. Wilhelm was originally meant to just be a simple coach driver. However, in the reader feedback column on the website, a reader left a comment asking for explanation of Wilhelm's character. So the writer decided to greatly elaborate on it, and so that's how we got a full Wilhelm. He's great. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Man,
he's great.
I can't argue.
Right? Like, I have nothing bad to say about him, and to say anything bad would be disgraceful. It would be dishonorable.
Yeah. Just honorable.
It's a respectable choice.
You know who else is pretty good?
Who?
Ram. Not because she's got blue hair, not because everybody forgot except me, not because she's a maid, but because her dedication to her craft, but not only her dedication to her craft, her dedication to family and to her loved ones. And you know what? Even if I'm friend zoned by the friend zone from being friend zoned, I don't mind. I am the Pino beneath the tree. That's all I want to be.
Well, put that
she
on
good.
Shirt.
She cares, dude. She cares.
You know that? Who? How am I supposed to fight against someone I don't know about?
Pino, you're supposed to pick someone from the show.
Yeah, you weirdo.
All right, I guess I did. I hate to do this, boys. I got 2 guns. Two of them for
guns?
you. One for Garb, one for you, and I'll see you in the other timeline.
Oh,
come
thanks.
out. So my best girl is Ram.
Damn. That's a good choice.
All right, next up.
So, next we got Puck.
Chuck actually died.
Yeah, canonically, he's gone.
Canonically, yeah, that's unfortunate.
Sorry.
Let's try again. This time I got a gun for myself.
Oh no. The timelines have merged. It's just me and the Patreon. Well, thankfully,
Witty.
the Patreon also picked Puck. the softest little boy in town. You know, he can transform, so I mean, he can protect me. He can be whatever I need him to. He can be the best one around. And he's soft, and he's playful, and is probably going to live a lot longer than I am, which is fine by me. Because most of the time you outlive pets. But I'm fine with being his pet. The pet to the pet.
Pet?
Pet. And give him lots of pets.
Yeah. Guys. Puck isn't best girl because he's the father.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, but
dilf.
he exudes daddy.
He's a cat dilf.
as well.
Yeah.
He exudes that
He's
father
a
energy.
cat dilf. Oh no.
Catty.
Kilf.
You know what was weird? Even though I loved that scene, was when Puck got really big, and I was like, "Why doesn't that ever happen in this show ever again?"
It
Well,
happens
because
twice.
he's asleep. He's asleep. He got to go sleep. It's 5 p.m. He's got to recharge.
He
Yeah.
said goodnight.
Dude, honestly,
can't-
same.
It's fair.
Shut off.
Shut off.
So yeah, if you disagree, please send us an email.
Well, screw you. I mean, what? Wait, never
Yeah,
mind.
fuck you guys. What are you talking about?
Send us a dot wave of you screaming.
You don't. Please. If anyone does send a dot wave of themselves screaming, I will, in fact, play that on the podcast. Like, real shit. I want that to be a recurring segment of just people screaming. I would
Angry or not,
like,
I don't
would
mind.
love that, you know?
You have to tie it in to something. It's got to be like your best grill. You're like screaming for them. Like you have to give all your energy to why you love Rem.
Well, I don't feel like screaming right now.
It's okay.
Guys. Guys.
Emails.
Yeah,
We got
what's
a
up?
couple emails. Thank you again.
Yo.
Wow.
We got a question for each because
Wow.
that's what we do. That Senor Pino.
Hi, that's me.
Have you watched any new shows?
Hey.
If so, what are some thoughts you've had about him?
Let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so I just recently finished the first half of Great Pretender, which is fantastic. I very much enjoy that show a lot. Stylistically, it hits. Musically, it hits with all those jazzy beats and with all the characters that just work well together. I'm very much enjoying that. I'm waiting for November 25th when Netflix releases the second half, which is gonna be nice. I'm looking forward to that. I've also been catching up with the Kardashians. No, I'm kidding. No, what else have I been watching? I finished something else. Let me quickly go onto the Netflix because I think it was a Netflix show.
Apparently it wasn't that important to you.
I watched Blood of Zeus, which technically isn't an anime because Netflix likes putting anime everywhere in their titles, which was also great. I liked it. It was a nice, simple journey through a Greek mythology land. Definitely something you'll watch if you like the animation style of like Seismanos or like Castlevania. In the same regards, probably not as good as Castlevania, but slightly better than Seismanos. I'll be real. But it's a good time too. Only like 8 episodes. Potential for a season 2, maybe, but I think it ended pretty fine, like as a one-off.
Okay.
Very good.
Also, One Piece.
That's not something new.
Yeah, but it's new to the people watching with me.
Garbalax, the Minister of Rats.
Hey, rat.
Rat ring.
How was your week?
It was pretty good. I'm
Wow.
glad the election is over.
Me?
Aren't we all?
God damn. Anyway, guys, big homie Chuck, that's me. What's a video game that story just really hit different or sticks to you?
Dude, is it hit different or was it just built different?
No, hit different. Mother 3. Mother 3 fucks me up every time I think about it. Mother 3 and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Both of those are baby games, but I still feel sad about it all the time.
I don't know if I'd consider Mother 3 a baby game. That's kind of...
Yeah.
It's a Nintendo baby game. What are you talking about?
I've never heard of it. Reggie never gave it to us.
Guys, who?
Reggie Steele.
So we seriously, like, if you have not played Mother 3, you don't really need to play Earthbound. You probably get a little bit more out of it if you do, but you don't really need to. If you've seen Ness and Smash Brothers, you'll get enough. But seriously, fucking play Mother 3. Mother
good.
3's
Mother
so
3's
good.
There's a really good translation. You can find it online.
Yep.
But don't tell Nintendo.
Shh, don't tell him.
They might sponsor us.
Guys, miscellaneous. What are we talking about? Anything cool?
Didn't you say you had another email?
No, that was it.
Who sent that?
Anyway.
That was Alex Buff.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
Love y'all.
Yeehaw.
Miscellaneous? No, I just need a break from this show. It was too much of a ride.
Sure.
Sometimes you just need a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Nice. They're pretty good. Let's go race.
Yeah, it's nice to have a show that we all are just like, you know what, that was pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
I thought I wouldn't like it.
I thought I wasn't going to like it either.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, another isekai. But no, it's pretty good.
It's a good one.
I know. So who wants to kick it off? I think I'm going to kick it off. 'cause
Okay,
this
go.
is your
Oh my, go for it.
mostly because this is your show, and I know Chuck will probably have a lot to say during his ranking.
Yeah.
So this was a pleasant ride down Isekai Lane. One of the better isekais I think I've had the pleasure of watching. A lot of ups for me, a lot of moments where you feel uncomfortable, but you get it. You understand why. This guy's not perfect. I appreciated the kind of story it told. I like that season 1 just felt complete and whole. Did some aspects feel a little long? Yeah, it felt a little long, but I was all for it. I was in it for the ride. I very much think that every character just worked. Even the villains worked. It was just they just felt like they belonged in the world. If there's only one minor complaint, that's the 3D and kind of like the world itself. I don't think was as fleshed out as it could have, but those are really minor because the characters really carry it out of the park. In the end, 4.5 out of 5.
Fair.
Who's next?
I think that I'm gonna go pretty close, and you know what? I'm gonna give it a 4.3. I thought this was really good. I would probably watch it again, and that's really saying something.
Probably what you might. I guess I would watch it again, but I'd probably watch the director's cut maybe.
Yeah, true. Just to give it mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I had, I guess, pretty metered expectations, and it went above those, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, above
liked
and
it.
beyond.
I liked
Nice.
it.
Chucko Bucko Magumbo.
So I'd be thinking.
He's thinking.
Oh man,
We've really only watched one other isekai. And that isekai was
Was bad.
Konosuba.
Oh,
And I really enjoy Konosuba. But I also really enjoy this. And also we watched Overlord, but fuck Overlord.
so that's
Regardless.
an isekai? Oh, I forgot that was an isekai.
Yeah, me too. But I really did enjoy season 1. It did have some downs, which I was a little bit sad with, but it had some really good ups as well. You know, he got hops. But I, thinking about it a lot, I think I'm going to give it a 4.2. I really enjoyed it. I feel like together, and this is only my ranking for season 1. Once we get season 2 and once we finish season 2, my ranking will go up. I can call that right now. But it's a good show. I would recommend it. The first couple episodes are a little bit rough for some people. But the show is more than just maids. This show is a lot more than just maids. So give it a chance beyond that if that's what's holding you back. I really enjoyed it. It did take me a little bit of time. But then again, I watched 21 episodes in one day. So let that be a choice. Let that be known.
Let it
But I
also be
did-
known this is the first time in a while Chuck's finished the anime before
I
any of us.
finished the anime like a week before anyone else, so I had to suffer on my own.
It happens,
It was rough.
Gives you some time to think.
I really was be thonking though.
Yes.
big thunk.
But I do want to thank our patrons for picking this.
Yeah,
Really,
It was a good
really
one. Yeah, you knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. Once just an FYI for people wanting to know how this works. If you are our Big Cash Money, $10 a month. Basically, once every other cycle, you get to pick a show that we get to watch on the podcast. So before we got Flowers of Evil, we got Madoka.
Whoa. Those were all pretty great. What do you mean?
No, shut up. Anyway, so if you want to do that, come join our Patreon. We have a really fun Discord. We talk about whatever shows we're watching. We have
Don't forget a silent
backlogs
voice.
from old shows that we watch. So if you want to see, I think it's up to Yuru Camp was when we started it.
Somewhere around there.
Probably.
Yeah, so if you want to see that, we have that in the past. But yeah, thank you for thanks for supporting us,
Love y'all.
Now, Chuck, let us know what we're watching next week.
guys. I'm really fucking excited. I'm the most excited. This is probably the most excited I've been for any show this season. Because next time we are finally going to be returning to quite possibly my favorite anime of all time, Haikyuu Season 2.
Oh,
we
shit.
are taking a trip. We're going right on back. We're going to see some boys play volleyball. We're going to see them work as a team, play together. And I personally cannot wait to talk about this on the podcast.
Hey, you know what the best part is? It's on Netflix. Let's go.
It's true. It is on Netflix.
Cool.
So y'all have...
I know what I'm doing for lunch every day.
It's also on Crunchy Munch, but I usually watch that
Until they sponsor us.
Sponsor us, please.
Somebody's got to sponsor us eventually.
Verve sponsor us. I use Verve a lot. Sponsor us, please. Anyway, but yeah, we're watching Haikyuu Season 2 next time, and get pumped. Get fucking pumped.
Get pranked. Wait, no. Get pumped.
Get pranked. Hell yeah.
Nice. All right, Garb, let's hope we don't have to reset this entire thing.
Yeah, well, just nobody die.
Guys, everyone's dying around me.
I can see the big words "you died" on the screen right now. This anime's just Dark Souls.
Oh my god.
That's true.
It's the Dark
Where's
Souls
my
of anime.
bonfire?
Well, I guess he reaches them every now and then.
Well, they're not seen to the eye.
We hope that everyone listening doesn't die. Be careful out there. Be safe.
Yeah, please be safe. Don't make bad choices.
Remember, reading is good.
Reading is good, but make sure to really come back because Haikyuu's good and you should watch it or read it. I'm very sad that since the last time we watched Haikyuu, the manga actually finished, and so now I get to have that chance to basically just say, hey, fuck it. I get to reconsume Haikyuu again because I want to.
Hey.
But yeah, hell yeah.
It's exciting times.
Gamers.
So, thank y'all very much. Tell your mom you love her. Stay fapping.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bye.
Did you not outro us?
No, he did.
That
was we died.
Good enough.
We died.